What if peace lives at the end of your paintbrush? I connect painting in your sketchbook not only to the most powerful evolution and exploration you can do in your artistic journey, but as a form of visual journaling. I also apply it in my life as a strategy for mindfulness, gratitude, and above all, to keep myself grounded in every day and in the moment. Hello, my name is Fiona De Pinto and this is Drawings in a Drawer. On this channel we discuss everything watercolour and recently so much more. If that is something that might interest you, be sure to click on that notification bell below this video so you won't miss any of my weekly uploads. Today, I'll guide you through 5 watercolour prompts, but anything else you have will do, to paint or draw your way back to yourself, all while allowing your artistic skills to evolve and lead you to new exciting places. And now, as always, let's jump right into today's topic. My first prompt: use only one colour and see what you can do with it and what it can do for you. This is called a value study, where you are only working with tone, with how far a colour can go light or dark and how this will create three-dimensionality in your work. Or you don't need to create anything at all. Just see how by gradually adding water to your mix or decreasing the pressure on your pencil or crayon, you can reach the lightest possible value or tone, and vice versa. The focus here doesn't have to be on detail, and that is such a good thing if you're struggling with inspiration. This is why this is such a powerful tool, not only to take you back to the basics, which some of us often skip or tend not to revise from time to time, so it will improve your art from a technical point of view, but it's also a way to describe how you are feeling today without the need to find the words. Try letting light and dark do the talking. My second prompt is 1 minute, 1 emotion. This might sound punishing, but give it a try and let me know. Choose one emotion, paint it through loose or powerful brush strokes or using different pressures on your pencil or pen, adding variety to brush or again pencil stroke direction, changing intensity from jagged to soft possibly, or if you like watercolour, just painting wet and wet all the way through. There are no strict rules except for no erasing, no overthinking. Set yourself that 1 minute timer and put whatever you are feeling onto that page in that short time span. Trust your hand to guide you. Try unusual shapes or using colours you wouldn't normally reach for. But just think of that feeling, that emotion. The sense of urgency will not stress you out. It will push you to let down the dam and just express yourself in the purest of forms. Before I move on to my third prompt for your art journaling, I always like to remind my watchers that we are an amazing art community with live sketching and painting sessions almost weekly, as well as recorded tutorials and replays of any sessions you might have missed. So there's so much on there already. It truly is a family over there. I am blessed. So if you're looking for inspiration, a space to make art, so to speak, you will find lots of prompts there as we set monthly themes and are always there to support each other. I will leave all the links in the description box and I hope you will join us. My prompt number 3 is to paint your inner landscape. And I am not a big landscape painter myself, but this can be anything you want. It can be abstract, it can be a scribble, and the scribble method is something that's all about movement and energy. That is all it suggests, something I think we should all make part of our practice, as it's so simple and direct. Paint or draw from a memory that will make you happy, or paint the way you think your inner landscape looks like right now at this moment. Try to be impulsive, and if you feel the need to, set a timer again so you won't get lost in detail. Don't worry about realism, let go of all those expectations. Focus on atmosphere through colour, density, light and shadow, and also through the simplification of shape. And going straight into prompt number 4, paint the small things. Not everything has to matter or have this huge meaning to the world, but it might have a huge meaning or impact on you, especially if it is something that brings you comfort. The everyday things, the teapot in the kitchen, your box of art supplies, your watercolour palette, or your tube of paint, your favourite mug or your favourite dish. This will not only make you for a lovely spread in your sketchbook or journal, it will bring a smile to your lips while you are creating it, but also every time you look back on it. Prompt number 5. Use your own art as a background. I'm all for accepting our work and not bad-mouthing it, but sometimes we just don't like something. Whether it's a drawing or a painting or even a journal entry that carries a lot of bad energy or negativity or a lot of sadness. Push it into the background by painting over it and bringing it to life, something new, something different. Repurpose that old work, upcycle it. If it feels like it's ruining your sketchbook or journal, just make more art over it or write something else on top of it, something positive. And that was our final prompt. If you try any of these, tag me at the handle Drawings in a Drawer, all in one word, on Instagram, or use the hashtag #PaintYourPiece. I'd love to see your work and share it in my stories. Now take a deep breath, step back and look at what you've created or imagine what you could create. If this journaling practice gave you a little piece today, imagine what could unfold if we did it together more often, and I would be honoured to have you as part of my community. Now, this is all from me for today. I hope this video was helpful to you somehow, and I will see you all next Sunday. Bye for now.